warning before you listen. This epic is not for children, nor for the faint of heart. We retell the ancient Greek myths as they were born, unfiltered, unsoftened. Scenes of violence, curses, betrayals, and a hunger for power that shows no mercy. Given the many conflicting versions of the Titan War, the events have been rebuilt to complete the missing pieces. Here, we tell the myth as it was meant to be told. Sources and references are listed in the episode description. Chapter 88. The Shattering of the Deep. Poseidon faces Oblivion. When the sea punishes those who dared to forget it. It wasn't the sound of war, but the sound of memory, a memory that never forgives. The ocean was no longer what it had been. It had forgotten itself, and then, all at once, remembered. Suddenly, vortices erupted from beneath, not mere spirals of water, but spinning time itself, time choking on its own loops. Perses raised his hand, and the depths exploded. Out came the legion of brine and time, creatures that did not drown their prey, but twisted time backward until it broke. Whoever came near them forgot how to grip a sword, then why they came, then who they were. And Thaumas? He unleashed the mists of the drowned, a dark vapor, invisible until it slipped past your breath. It snuffed out hope and drowned even belief. But Poseidon did not move. He stood still, watching the flood as if it were a child's trick, or a cloud pretending to be an ocean. Then he raised his weapon, the Trident of the deep Quake. Not a spear, but a jagged relic of a past that never sleeps. He struck the sea's surface, and the ocean detonated from beneath. It was as if the seabed itself wanted to rise and reclaim the sky. The depths split open, and a single wave surged forth. Just one. But it was enough to erase a quarter of their army. A soldier screamed, "Time is spitting us out!" Another shouted, before vanishing without blood, "The sea! It betrays us!" Thaumas couldn't bear it. He leapt into the surge, his spears weaving curses through the mist. He struck, again and again, and shouted, "I won't let you swallow us! Not again!" But Poseidon didn't block him. He pulled him closer, with a grip that belonged not to a man, but to the very hand that shaped the ocean itself. He drove the trident through Thaumas's chest and whispered, "You were the sea's voice, but today the sea has chosen to silence you." Thaumas collapsed, his body trembling from within. Not dead, but broken. He no longer remembered how to command the tide. And while Perses watched, Poseidon turned toward him. Behind him, the tide coiled like a beast, readying its throat to devour. And then he said, "I am no longer the god of the sea. I am the sea, when it decides to rule alone." That was when their end began. Not with the loss of the battle, but with the collapse of understanding itself. Because whoever forgets how to fear the ocean learns what it means to die by its hand. This chapter of the epic has come to an end, but remember, what you've just heard is not a record of facts, but the echo of a myth, a story born from the imagination of the ancients, etched into the long memory of humankind. If this tale stirred something in you, if it opened a door to reflection or wonder, don't forget to support the channel and share the journey with those you love. And in the comments, tell us, which moment in this chapter struck you the most and why? We'll meet again in the next chapter of this audio odyssey through time. Until then, farewell.